So we're going to start with chest presses. You want your back flat on either the floor, or if you have a bench, it'd be awesome if you can be a little higher.
Or even a big Swiss ball for a little bit more stability training.
You want decent size weights because the chest is a bigger muscle group compared to your arms. So what you want to do is you want to keep the elbows at 90 degrees, and then you press up, and you can either bring the dumbbells together or you can go straight up in the air. Either way is fine, but try not to lock your elbows while you do that. Just come down and press back up. And as you do, you'll notice I'm squeezing my chest. So there's a little rounding of my upper back every single time I press. I exhale as I push the dumbbells up. I inhale as I come down. And there's always tension in my triceps, and there's always tension in the center of my chest. So if I were to show you, this is where the squeezing is happening.
And if you're not doing that slight rounding and that squeezing, then you're going to just feel it in your arms instead of your chest.
So when I'm pressing, it looks like that. Only my upper back. The rest of my back remains flat on the mat.
Alrighty. Next exercise coming at you from me.
Alrighty.
Push-ups.
Yes!
And we have two different types of push-ups in this workout. By the way, if there's a big sweat mark on me, it's because I just taught a class. I apologize for looking busted. So these are standard push-ups. So if you're used to doing them out wide, you bring the hands in. It's not a tricep, but it's a standard push-up. So you're here. Oop, I just did a tricep push-up. My bad. You come down and back up.
So notice how her back stays flat the whole time, and she's only bending at the elbows. There's tension in between her shoulder blades. So see how her little racer back comes in? It kind of squeezes in every time.
This is your option. Remember, just like we talked about in the last video, your knees need to be behind your hips for this. So we're not here and pushing up. You're here and then coming down. And the whole point, you want to get your chest as close to the ground as possible while pushing up, but you keep that back in a nice flat. So when you're down here, you don't dip up, you stay straight the whole time. All right.
Awesomeness.
Next exercise is, I don't remember what it is. It's flies.
Alrighty, for your flies, you have two options. You can do them standing, or you can do them on the floor. If you decide to go standing, you grab your dumbbells, you lean forward just a little, tipping right from the hips. Arms come up, there's a slight bend at the elbows. And up. And up.
Notice where she's coming with her angle. So she's not pushing her shoulders into her ears and trying to pull her arms way up to the ceiling. It comes to shoulders and right back down.
So power sideways. That is where I would go. If you start feeling it more in your shoulders and in your chest, drop the weight a little so you can come just a little farther out. Now if you're on the floor, you're going the same way, but you start at the top and you come out. Your elbows are still bent, otherwise you're going to only use your triceps to get back up. And then that same little squeeze in the chest that we had when we were doing the presses, you're going for that same feel. So you still round the upper back a little as you push the weights up.
So I'm going to show you from this angle. She's coming down and back up. Down and back up. And you can even see the contraction in her chest. Not to make you feel weird, but you can. Hey. So this is a chest fly. All right. Our next, and we just watched her roll up off the ground. The next exercise is going to be a little elbow lift, and that sounds ridiculous, I know, but it really works.
We tried it and we liked it, so.
Hopefully this weight isn't too much for me. Okay, so you come to a 90 degree right here, and you're just lifting your elbows up.
Now notice the elbows are always pointing forward. So they're not coming out to the side.
Here.
She's keeping them pretty close together and right in the front of her body. So I'll come around and I'll show you what it looks like right in the front. Hey, Candace.
Hello. Woo.
And all you do is lift.
You can really feel these right away. So that was one we hadn't done before, but when we found it, we were like, "Whoa, this is pretty good. We should put this in the workout." So that is 4 exercises, and your last exercise is Janina style push-ups.
Yeah.
She likes wide arm push-ups. I'm not a big fan of
boy
those.
push-ups. So if you had a mat, you want to take your hands outside of the mat is where they want to go. On your toes if you can. Elbows go straight up to the ceiling as you lower, and then you press yourself back up. So if you can do them, if you have to do them on the knees, just make sure you either keep your toes tucked in or you're flat on the tops of your feet instead of crossing. Come down and back up.
Now, her hair is long, I get it, but if you can see, her head is still right in line with her spine. Oh, she's going to be nice and show us.
Will it help that way?
Yeah. So, you see, her head, show them what not to do, Janina. Don't hang your head.
If you hit yourself in the head, it means your head is hanging. And it's the same thing when you're doing planks and all that. You don't want to do that. You're only straining the neck. So keep it aligned. If it helps, you can tuck your chin just a little and come back down now. Now you want to get your chest as close to the ground as possible, but if you're only starting push-ups, it's okay if you're right here, as long as you're not locking your elbows when you come back up. So the elbows remain soft, so you're using your entire body to get you up.
And again, just like with what we were talking about with my push-ups, you notice her back did not dip. She didn't do a snaking motion up off the ground.
These are called striking cobras. They're not push-ups, people. So
They're not bad. They're just not a push-up. It's a totally different exercise. Hey, looking sexy.
Just keep the back flat. Down and up.
Beautiful. Alrighty, so that is...
Should have been the workout for last week, but you have it now. So we hope you enjoy it, and we hope you do it. Please, please, please post on the thread for the second week if you haven't done so yet. And let us know how you do.